This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.
What up? This is DC Channel Guns coming at you another gun video. I appreciate you watching, like, share, and subscribe. We're bringing the energy today. We're gonna bring the energy today. I hope wherever you at, the energy goes to you. You get the energy. Everybody gets the energy. This is 2019. 2019 is almost over, and as gun owners, we're fighting for the Constitution, fighting for our Second Amendment. We coming in 2020, and we coming hard. We bringing it. We're gonna support the Second Amendment. That's what it's all about. But you know, it's a lot of things that's unpopular, and we're gonna talk about it here. Because like I said, I've been sitting back watching, and you know, pretty much I'm falling asleep with all this board information that the anti-gun keep just throwing out. It makes me sleepy. I'm sick of listening to it. So we're gonna talk about this. Now, when it comes to the Trump impeachment, don't go down that road. We're going down that road because guess what? A lot of people have turned from going down that road. I'm going down that road. When it comes to Trump impeachment, it is a huge cover-up, people. What they're doing is blinking in the airwaves. I'm talking about everybody, all your talk shows. I'm talking about everybody's talking about the Trump impeachment, putting their spin on it. I'm not gonna put a spin on it. I'm just putting what's real and what's gonna happen with this country, and we listen to what the anti-gun has been blinking when it comes to the president. Now, with the Trump impeachment, they're trying to pretty much disguise all the great stuff that's going on in this country. They don't want to talk about the good stuff because they have nothing to talk about. Their only thing they're talking about is all the bad stuff. You know, the other side talks about, you know, people being successful in this country, whether it's a crime to be rich. I'm talking about it's a crime to educate yourself, to make this country a better country. I'm talking about that's what the other side is doing. They also want to bring down the president because guess what? He beat them at their own game. Yes, we know Trump was a Democrat and he switched to Republican. And guess what? The other side had egg on their face because guess what? They spent millions and millions of dollars trying to convince us, the American people, that this man can't win. It was joked about on talk shows. I'm talking about, you have to understand, when you have big people that's involved to keep this president who beat them from winning and he win, it makes them look like a liar, which they are, and they got egg on their face. So guess what? They're going to spend all their energy trying to convince us that this man is no good for the country. Now, first of all, when you're trying to convince somebody that a person's not good for the country, you have to look at their record first. But they're not doing that. They're just going to continue to spread their lies. First of all, the jobs are good in this country. Jobs is up. The market is up. I'm talking about, man, this country have moved a whole lot further than it was when Obama was in office. They don't want to talk about that. So, you know, when you look at all those things there and you look at their track record, they don't have nothing to talk about. Name something that the other side have did besides cause riot and destruction and divide this country. That's pretty much their record right there. They're pretty much trying to tear this country down. That's the only way the other side win. The other side win by depressing the people in this country. I'm talking about, they're telling people, oh, well, you know, they're talking about how the rich do this and all this kind of stuff when they're the one are making a whole lot of money on the citizens in this country. Your politician, the anti-gun politician, some of the wealthiest people in this country. Look at them. George Soros, Bloomberg, all your politicians on the other side. I'm talking about, just look at them. All of them have money, filthy rich, and a lot of them been in office for decades. Matter of fact, some of these people been in office so long that they don't have a constituency no more. They just do whatever they want to because guess what? They feel like they're just that powerful. Look at Nancy Pelosi. Look at some of the stuff that they do. I'm talking about, you know, Nancy lie. You know, she come on TV talking about she pray for the. We know darn well Nancy do not pray for the president when you sit there and impeach the man with no evidence whatsoever. All you're talking about is people, you know, they want to use the Constitution. And, you know, they want to talk about, oh, well, the president is abuse of power. Now, I don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that the anti-gun have not used the abuse of power. They should be impeached. All of them should be gone. I'm talking about because look what they're doing to gun owners in this country. A lot of states and cities and towns, and we start drawing up pretty much court documents and stuff to send some of these people to court, it'll be a massive turnover in this country because when it comes to the Second Amendment, look how many politicians, look how many counties and stuff has infringed on the Second Amendment right. That's abuse of power right there. And I have so much evidence when it comes to abuse of power. It's ridiculous in this country. And you have the mainstream. A lot of these people seem to overlooking all this abuse of power that's going on when it comes to the anti-gun. I'm talking about, you got Bloomberg running. I'm talking about, he don't even have a speech. He have no energy, no drive. He's not even talking about nothing. I watched one of his speeches for 30 seconds and almost fell into a deep sleep. Bloomberg is boring. He basically uses money trying to get in position. He's been funding all these anti-gun groups and stuff all across this country. Bloomberg is a number one player. It's basically he's trying to destroy this country, and they're just trying to control it. They're trying to send this country back hundreds and hundreds of years where we came from. And when it comes to the history of this country, they're trying to cover it up. They're trying to erase it. And guess what? One thing in this country, you see this flag behind me with these two guns up here? That's what built this country. Arms. The right to bear arms. The founding father had a vision that is, to me, is very remarkable to this day, that they saw what was going to happen to this country. And a lot of these anti-gun are trying to take the words that the founding fathers have wrote because they didn't finish the sentence. They want to add more to it. They want to say, don't protect this, don't protect that. That is the trick that's going on in this country. And it's sad that you have a lot of citizens in this country who take sound bites and they run with it. You have a lot of people that don't know what they're pretty much talking about. I run into them all the time. And all they do is get their information from the anti-gun. That's it. They don't do no more research. A lot of the generation now, the school had took a lot of stuff out, not educating the kids what's going on in this country. Let me tell you something. If we allow these anti-gun to erase the history in this country, it would send this country back to the Stone Ages. I'm telling you, it would go back to the point where, people will be controlled. I'm talking about the government pretty much will take over this. I'm talking about just take everything that you have. And that's what they're trying to do. And they're trying to do it in a way, and they're doing it in disguise. And the reason why they're picking the president on this man, no matter what he does. And then you have people who want to use their analysis when it comes to the president. First of all, nobody is perfect. Nobody. And this man is not a career politician like some of your anti-guns that have been in there for decades and decades and decades. This man had a life before he became president. He didn't have to run for president. With the kind of money he got, and if I had, you think I'm gonna run for president? No, it's not for everybody. But he ran for president because he loved this country. He didn't have to run. And if we had anybody else, I'm talking about, we don't know where we'd be at right now. And a lot of people hate to look at that point. When it comes to gun control in this country, it is racism. And for a lot of these people out here who, talk about racism and stuff like that, guess what? Before you say anything about racism, go look at the history in this country. Just look at what how gun control was used in this country, since you want to talk about racism. Because a lot of people love to talk about that, but go deep into the history and look where racism was started at. And then get all your little analysis. And probably you might want to start over when you start talking about gun control and talking about taking firearms from people in this country. Because the people in this country, the law-abiding citizens, is millions and millions of these guns out here, and the rightful owner, which is law-abiding citizens who are following the laws, is only the criminals. And for what I've seen up to now, there is no laws put in place. There's none of your politicians that have a solution to stop criminals. None of them. The gang violence in this country, none of them. Nobody has that solution. Only thing they're putting in place is rules. And the only people, and not only who's going to follow rules, are the law-abiding citizens. But like I said before, at the end of the day, we need to stop the hypocrisy in this country. And guess what? In 2020, as gun owners, we fight for the Constitution and Second Amendment right. We're going to keep that fight alive. We're not going to let them suppress us, no matter what they do with these social media accounts. They can do whatever they want with these social media accounts. And I hear people, yes, it's their platform. They can do whatever they want. But guess what? It's also, I have opportunity in this country to go somewhere else where I can be heard. I don't have to speak to everybody that agree to my fight in this country when it comes to the Second Amendment. But guess what? I can go somewhere else. I'm talking about this platform that we're on is pretty much, they don't want to hear it. They're doing it very sneakily and quietly and everything. But at the end of the day, like I said, in the long term, we're going to find somewhere else where we can keep our voice heard. There's a lot of patriots up here that I watch their videos and stuff. They are gone. They are gone. Channel been deleted. All the videos are gone. All the hard work are gone. So guess what? You think you're different than them? No, you're not. Everybody's in the same boat. I don't care if you got 1 to 50 million subscribers, because I want to cover all these channels up here. There's too many people that thinks that their channel untouchable. I don't care what you're doing, you are touchable. You're dropping the pie up here on these social media accounts. You're not that popular for them not to get rid of you. So I'm just saying, protect yourself, go to Gunstream and stuff like that. But this is DC Channel Guns, and I'll catch you on the next one.
This is DC Channel Guns. Like and subscribe. Thank you for watching.